What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Trucker Life 804, back with another video. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell to turn on all notifications so you can be the first updated on my latest content. But let's get into this video. Yeah, man. What's up, YouTube? So I always get asked the question of what's the difference between driving long distance over the road and driving local. Of course, you know, long distance is long distance, local is local, but people always ask me, what is better? What's the better route to go? Should you drive over the road or should you try to start off local? So this video is to just give you a little information on what I think and my pros and cons of driving long distance over the road and driving local. So we're gonna get into this video and I'll let y'all be the judge of which route you want to go with your trucking career. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the situation and you just a little knowledge, but we're gonna get into this video. Yeah, man. So when it comes to driving over the road, I have 5 pros that I would like to touch bases on with y'all. So to start off, 1, the first pro we're gonna talk about is the scenery. When you driving over the road, you constantly moving from state to state, in and out. It's a lot of things you can see on the road, a lot of things you can do on the road. So I feel like if you wanted to choose long distance driving, that's a great opportunity for you to see a lot of scenery, see a lot of the country, go to a lot of places and experience a lot of different things, see how people operate in different states, learn a lot of different cultures of people that may have came from another country living in that state, and you not seeing that in your state. I mean, you're not going to be interacting with a lot of people, mostly with truck drivers, and you will meet a lot of interesting people. So that would have to be a great pro for somebody wanting to drive long distance. The second pro I would have to say would be for you driving over the road was you will get a lot of exposure. What I mean by exposure to like different backing scenarios, different pulling in different places. Like when you driving, you're gonna get a lot of experience because you're gonna see different cities driving tight. This city tighter than this one. This city got a lot of space. So you're gonna be getting a lot of experience. And that's why most companies would like for you to have at least a year over the road before they allow you to come local. It's companies out here that will allow you to drive local right out of school, but a lot of them require a year because you're going to get so much exposure backing into truck stops, in these tight truck stops and different things, rest areas, all type of different maneuvers you're going to have to do. So that's a great exposure for you. If you coming out of school, that's great for you to want to try to go the over the road long distance route before becoming local. The third thing I'm gonna touch bases on, when you driving long distance over the road, is home time. And I just say home time, not definitely meaning when you're at home, but everybody know they get a 34-hour reset after every 70 hours you work. That's a trucker rule. They have to give you a 34-hour reset. Well, some people like to let that stock up, and they might want to take, say if you're in California, you might want to take a few days off in California and enjoy different things. Or you might have a certain sport team, and say if you like the Eagles or the Cowboys or whatever, and you want to go to a game, That's free travel because you driving your truck. You don't have to pay for a ticket to get there. Or if you want to go to Disney World, you can go to Florida and don't have to pay for a ticket to get there. So those are great experiences. I know people that do it all the time. They use their truck to get to where they want, then they rent a car and just drive to different sporting events, amusement parks, all type of stuff, casinos. You want to go to Vegas, that's a free trip to Vegas. Anywhere that you ever wanted to visit, and you don't have the funds to do it in that time, but once you become a trucker, you don't have to spend the money because you can just go there with your truck, rent you a car, and you good. So that's a great pro for driving long distance, and people take advantage of that all the time. And a lot of companies allow you to have a rider, so if you want to take your significant other or family member or something with you, you're not alone. And a lot of people team with somebody they know just for that reason. So that's another great pro of being a long distance truck driver. So let's get into some of these cons of being a long distance driver. And of course, everybody going to know the main one is being away from your family. Being a long distance truck driver it's kind of hard on your family if you married or have kids and or a significant other, because you're not going to get very much time at home because you're constantly moving. So it can be kind of rough on the family. I mean, some people try to bring their significant other along with them, bring their kids with them to spend more time with them and stuff, and that's great. But as far as being home, helping kids with homework, school, going to sporting events, PTA meetings, all that type of stuff, like, you're going to miss out on a lot being a long distance truck driver. So that's just something to take in consideration when you're thinking about which route you would like to go. Some people, they go in it for a year just to get that experience, and then they get them a local job. Some people get in it, find out they like it, and they begin doing it long term. So just all about what you want to do. Another con of being a long distance truck driver is you're going to be lonely. Some people love being by themselves, and that situation it varies, because some people like to be around others, some people like to be by themselves. So if you're a person that like being by yourself, this one doesn't apply to you. But for people that are not highly on being by themselves for multiple hours during the day, multiple days out the week, then this is not going to be a great fit for you, because you're going to spend a lot of time alone when you're on the road. And it does get lonely at times, and you're going to be missing your family, you're going to be thinking about people at home and stuff like that. So that is a big con for people that choose to be an over-the-road truck driver. And the last con that we're going to get into is for people that's claustrophobic. You're going to be spending a lot of hours in your truck. You're going to drive your truck all day long, and then after you did your 10, 11, or however long you choose to drive, that's another thing. You get to make your own schedule as a driver, how much you want to drive, as long as you're getting your loads downtime. But you're going to be sleeping in your truck. So people that are like claustrophobic and don't like being in tight, confined spaces, this is definitely going to be a con for you, because you're going to be spending a lot of hours during the day doing that. So that is a definite con. Like, if you're not a person that like doing that, I don't think that this will be a great fit for you. So that's pretty much is going to sum it up for my pros and cons of long distance driving. So now we're going to get into the pros and cons of being a local driver. So being a local driver, you're going to be at home a lot. So you're going to be coming home every night. It's going to be like you just have a regular 9 to 5 job. I mean, most truck drivers probably work more between 8 and 12 hours a day, but you're going to be leaving, going to work, and driving, coming home. So it's pretty much how you have a regular job. You might have weekends off. You're going to at least have 2 days off during the week. Some jobs might require you to work 6, but it's going to feel like you just have a normal job. So that's definitely a pro for local drivers. Another pro is you're not going to be driving as far. You might not be spending as much time driving during the day. Most local drivers, they might not even leave the state. Some do leave the state, but they mostly only go to the surrounding states, not driving more than 100-mile radius. So that's a plus if you're a person, you like being a truck driver because you like the salary and you like to drive, but you don't love to drive. See, being a long distance driver, you got to be a person that loves to drive. But a local driver, you can just be somebody that just like to drive. And so you're not going to be driving as much. So that's going to work out in your benefit because you're a person that doesn't love to drive. So that's another great thing if you decide to be a local driver. The third thing I want to talk about is everybody knows trucking isn't a job, it's a lifestyle. So as a truck driver, you got to know that trucking is a lifestyle. It's more so going to be about you going to be doing everything that revolves around trucking, showering, eating at truck stops, just living the trucker life. But as a local driver, it transforms from being a lifestyle to a job. You might just want to be a person that just has a regular job. So that is going to be another pro for a local driver. You just got a job. You got a 9 to 5. You living a normal life, and that's a great thing. Living a normal lifestyle. It's easy on your family. Your kids get to enjoy you. You get to see your kids grow. You get to spend time with other family members, friends, go out, do things, sporting events. I mean, you just living a normal life. So that's a great thing. You getting pretty much the best of both worlds. You're driving a truck, something that you like doing, and you're at home spending time with your family. I mean, so it's all about what you want to do. So we're going to talk about some of the cons of being a local driver. And the first one kind of goes hand in hand with the long distance driver, and it is exposure. With a local driver, you're not going to be getting a lot of exposure straight out the gate because you're pretty much a lot of local companies. You might have a set route and you're doing the same thing every day. I mean, not every day, but pretty much every week. Like, Mondays you go into boom, 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 all these 5 stores or these 5 locations or wherever they have you. So you're not going to be getting much exposure, different backing maneuvers, different driving, different scenery. How would I take this turn? How would I go through this city? So you're not going to be getting much exposure as you would as a long distance driver, constantly going to different places that you never been, never seen. So as a local driver, you can run the same route every week and you can be comfortable with it. So you're going to know, all right, I need to start my turn here, or I need to start backing here. So that's going to limit you a little bit. So that's one of the cons of being a local driver. Another thing is, number 2, you're going to have to physically work. Most long distance drivers, all you're doing, if you're driving reefer trucks or dry van, you're mostly just bumping docks, and that's all you're doing. Every now and then you might have to touch some, but most long distance drivers are 100% no touch freight, where when it comes to local, most jobs is 100% touch freight. You do have jobs out here where you don't have to do nothing but bump docks. or you might have a job that has limited freight that you have to touch. But as a local driver, you're going to be physically working, physically unloading your trailer. If it's a tanker, you're going to be hooking up hoses. If it's a dry van, you might be pulling stuff off with a pallet jack, or you may even be pulling stuff off with a dolly or a hand truck and got to touch piece by piece. It just all depends on which job you choose to do. So that's definitely a con. If you're a person that doesn't want to physically work, and some of this work is real hard and strenuous, you're going to really be doing a lot of work. You're going to be busting a sweat at work. So that's another thing you want to think about. If you don't want to do that, then I advise you to go the long distance. So the last thing we're going to get into is most truck drivers, well, I'm not going to say most, some truck drivers get into driving because they want to see the scenery. They want to see the country. They want to see different parts of the East Coast, the West Coast, all up north and down south. So they want to drive all over. So that's why they get into trucking. Well, with a local route, you pretty much going to be in one state a lot. You might go through a few states, a couple states, but most of your work is going to be done pretty much in your home state. So you're not going to really be seeing much, no sightseeing or none of that. So I mean, if you think local driving is for you and you're not really trying to see the country or whatever, it'll be a great fit. But if you're a person that want to see different, how people interact in different states and stuff like that, then you're not going to enjoy being a local truck driver. So I mean, that pretty much sums it up for my pros and cons of being a long distance driver versus being a local driver. So to answer your question, what do I prefer? I prefer being a local driver. Yeah, I enjoyed when I was out on the road, seeing the country. I enjoyed seeing different states, touching different coasts, going different places. But for the most part, I love being home with my family and friends. I love feeling like I just got a job. You know, trucking is a lifestyle, but I like just having a job. I like that feeling of coming home, seeing my family, spending time with the kids and different stuff like that. So that's why I chose to be a local truck driver. But that's just me. You choose what is the best fit for you. So I hope this video helped you out, helped you figure what route you want to go. I mean, if you have any other questions, you know, put a comment in there. I respond to all comments, and I help you out any way that I can. And do another thing, subscribe, man, subscribe. That's what it's all about. Like and subscribe. But with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. But y'all know what I say, for every great goal, there's a great sacrifice. But we can achieve all through the Most High. Sky's the limit. Don't sell yourself short. And I'm out. Yeah, man.